Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Tuesday edition of the Disney Morning Show. My name is Dewey Mosley. I am a co-founder here at Laughing Place. Over to my, I guess that'd be my left, is Tony Betty. What's your official
Hello.
title here at Laughing Place, Tony?
Last in line,
Last
I
in
believe.
line.
Yep.
And he is going to be joining me today because Kyle has, not only does Kyle have other engagements, but I got an alert. I have a scanner program on my app, and I got an alert that I already swiped away, unfortunately, but that Springfield, Missouri is, no, there it is.
Oh
Springfield
yeah.
police,
No. Yeah.
extensive damage following severe storms in the area. Kyle lives in that area,
Yep.
so we hope he is alive and well and just busy with the press conference and not.
He is. I've been talking to him all morning, but there
Okay.
was a minute there where he did have to take shelter. So
What a relief. Okay,
Yep.
so I'm glad Kyle's fine. Hello, Fred Ramirez. Hello, Dylan. Why are Nick and Judy here? Are we Nick
is that
and
the picture he used? Maybe, I don't know.
Oh, okay. That'd be better than you and me. Hello, Fred Ramirez already said that. And Fanimator 101. Let's get started the way we do every day, and that is with the look at the stock price. Kyle usually handles all the video kids.
It's a good thing he told me that, so I was kind of prepped and ready. Here we go.
All right. Doobie, once again, forgetting to do the resize before the show. There we go. All right. The stock price yesterday at this time was $89.93, just short of 90. How's it doing today? 91.10. Things are looking up for the Disney company. Halfway to the 200 they were at just a few years ago. Do we have weather today, Tony?
Yes, we do.
Wow.
Let me see if I can do this. Here's Ethan.
Hello there and welcome to another edition of the LP Disney Weather Report. Come on, baby, dry your eyes. Wipe your tears. Never like to see you cry. Won't you please forgive me? I wouldn't ever try to hurt you. I just needed someone to hold me. To fill the void while you were gone. To fill this space of emptiness. I'm only human. Of flesh and blood I'm made. Human, born to make mistakes. Let's get to the weather. Anaheim will be 73 and sunny today because it loves a good cliche. Walt Disney World will be 84 on paper but feel more like 86. While there's a small chance of precip, it's likely to be dry with sunny skies. Castaway Cay is ever so slightly cooler today with a high of 76 with windy conditions. As for Lookout Cay at Lighthouse Point, they'll reach 77 but could see some showers in the mid-afternoon. Disneyland Paris is 77 degrees now but will fall to an evening low of 61. Tokyo will be sunny again tomorrow and reach 71. Shanghai will warm to an 83-degree high tomorrow but will be overcast for much of the day. Lastly, Hong Kong will see an 81-degree high temp and partly cloudy skies. And that will do it for another Disney weather update. Have a great day and I'll see you soon. Bye for now.
It's like Kyle is actually here. This is great. All right.
Maybe my official title can change from last in line to like Jay Leno style co-host or a fill-in host on the Tonight Show when it was still Carson.
I was thinking more Joan Rivers, but all right, go ahead.
Well, she got banished, so no, I'm not doing that.
You're up first.
I'm up first. Disney has announced their inaugural Week O Wishes. Actually, it's Week of Wishes, but that's how I remember it.
The Irish version, yes.
Yeah, it's the Disney Week O Wishes to honor World Wish Day and their 45-year plus relationship with the Make-A-Wish Foundation. Doobie, did you know that every hour of every day, Disney grants a wish?
I did not know that, Tony.
I didn't either till I read it in the press release yesterday. It's somewhere around the world, so I guess that helps. It's kind of like that same thing where at some place on the planet, It's a Small World is playing. But yeah.
Amazing. Cool. Well, that's wonderful association Disney's had with Make-A-Wish.
All arms of the company are participating. ESPN has done Make-A-Wish wishes this week. Somebody's announcing like a draft pick. Disneyland and Disney World are doing multiple wishes all at once in like big celebrations. It's cool. I got jealous is the wrong word to use, but I got really excited for somebody to because in one of the pictures they used, it was one of the kids at the Pixar ball at the studios, and I was just like, oh, that's so great.
Yeah, I'm not sure this is the right way to phrase this question, or is it all appropriate? But if you could have a wish, Tony, what would yours be?
I don't know.
Okay,
So
that's fair. And thankfully, you are not in that position.
no,
Gideon, again, I think this is okay to say. So when we left Florida, Gideon got to go. We had a friend, a connection, and Gideon loved Lights, Motors, Action. We saw it all the time, and he got to go backstage there and sit in the car and meet all the cast members. They gave him a hat, and it was so cool. And I really felt like my son was a Wish kid. He's not. He's fine. He's 16 now, but it really seemed like that's the kind of thing they would do in a Make-A-Wish situation. So very happy for my son. Let us move on to something less likely to get Doobie into trouble, and that is the opening of GEO-82.
Real quick, I'm going to throw it. I think I would do the ARL, the Animation Research Library.
Okay.
Yeah. But anyway, go on.
Well, I'm surprised you haven't been there, Tony. All your connections.
Well, nobody's like allowed in that thing.
Oh, okay. Connections.
Yeah, you literally have to be working there, and even then, like only certain projects go in.
Okay.
But moving on.
Yeah. Moving on, please. June 4th is the date when GEO-82. Do you like the name GEO-82?
No, but we'll move on. We're on a timeline.
GEO-82 will be opening at Spaceship Earth. This is the second floor thing overlooking World Celebration. It used to be the Siemens private lounge, but Siemens doesn't sponsor anymore, so now they're opening it to the public as long as you're 21 years of age or older. We could not think of another in-park location that's 21 or older. Can you, Tony?
In park that's 21 or older? Not offhand.
Yeah, so interesting choice there. So they're going to have you sleep 21 and over, have plenty of beer, wine,
Space only fits like 25 people, so
it looks very tiny,
very small.
We don't have the concept art in this article for some reason. We just have the food and drink. But they will be having beer, wine, cocktails, a few appetizers, and they will also be having a fireworks experience there for $179. That will include champagne, a tasting tower, and sweets. And again, I'm sorry I don't have concept art to show you. Not that the concept art's new, but it does give a good idea of exactly where this is and what it overlooks. It looks like a really beautiful location. I can't wait to try it out when I turned 21.
Over in Paris, sorry, Kyle usually gives me the segues. Over in Paris,
oh, does he? Okay.
Yeah.
See, with me, he does his own segues, and in fact, does mine for me. So I'll start to work on them.
So over in Paris, they're celebrating Star Wars Day, May 4th, if that's the official title for it. Others say May the 4th be with you, other stuff like that. Either way, Paris is getting in on the fun, and they're doing some special character encounters. But the big headline is that not only is Ahsoka coming, but that's when the BDX droids are going to debut in Paris and Discoveryland, but they will only be there for 3 weeks after May 4th before they go on to their next destination.
Have you seen these in person?
I have not.
I saw them very briefly.
Ironically, I have seen their controllers.
I saw them very briefly in Tokyo. They are really, really cool. And speaking of Tokyo,
yeah, they have announced Tokyo DisneySea is 25 years old. Have you checked your mortality today? I have. And they're announcing the Spartan Jubilee kicking off April 15th of next year. There's not a whole lot of specifics yet, but it's going to involve special entertainment, special merchandise, of course, special food, menu items, pretty much everything we've come to expect from these kind of anniversary celebrations. But it's going to be launching next year for the 25th anniversary of that park, which opened in 2001. Fade to dust, and it will go through March of 2027.
Is this like the official color for Disney 25th anniversaries?
Maybe, but this year, this particular color is officially titled Jubilee Blue, and it was inspired by the blue of the sea. So, which also gives you why it's the DCL 25th anniversary. But I don't think that's Jubilee Blue. I think that's $40,000 funnel suite blue. But
wow. Have you ever been to Tokyo DisneySea?
I have not.
May I recommend it?
85% of our team was there all at once, and I was the other 15%.
It is overstated. You are not last in line. Oh my goodness. All right. Speaking of, let's see what I can do here. speaking of last in line, if you don't want to be last in line for merchandise, you can get a virtual queue.
Spoiler alert, there is no line. It's a lottery.
Yeah, that's even better. There's a virtual queue for Star Wars Day merchandise at Disney's Hollywood Studios, which will be available at the Company One Studio Store. The virtual queue opens at 7 a.m. local time on May the 4th. And the shopping experience will include adult and youth apparel, collectibles, and limited release pin. I know that one Tony Betty is adamantly opposed to virtual queues. Are they okay for merchandise?
They make more sense for merchandise, in my opinion, because at least, but even then.
Even then.
Yeah.
And speaking of merchandise, way too easy a segue. You can get some free merchandise on May the 4th at the Lego store around downtown Disney in Disney Springs. This is an activity where you get to build your own little Grogu in his little pram. I feel wrong using pram in the U.S. This is at Disney Springs and downtown Disney.
I feel wrong using a pram, period. I can walk.
For now, remember, DisneySea is 25 years old.
That's true.
Guests visiting Disney Springs will also be able to enjoy Star Wars related trivia in addition to this thing, and this will be available from the limited time offerings will be available May 2nd to May 4th from 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. Do you plan on going to get your little baby Grogu?
You know, I thought about it and partaking in the make and take activity, but I will actually be working that day because it's May 4th, and even for a Sunday, we're expecting some stuff to happen.
But the activity starts on May 2nd. You actually can go early.
Oh, okay. I'll be back. Gotta go get in line.
All right. And finally, speaking of, I got nothing.
Disney on Ice has announced some new shows that are going to bring the worlds of Moana 2 and Inside Out 2 to life, including Anxiety skating around, which will give me anxiety just watching that because the proportions of that character, I don't know how they're going to interpret as on the ice realm. But yeah, so basically new Disney on Ice shows are coming. There's going to be Zootopia as well. Frozen's going to be involved, Toy Story. Have you been to a Disney on Ice show?
Many times. I've been in the past few months. Yeah.
I went to one 2 years ago, maybe. And that was my first one since my youth. And I'm like, these are crazy. Like the crowds get so into it. So the fact that they're bringing the newer stories is a big deal. And I would actually be interested in seeing them. Like, I'm still nervous about Anxiety on ice skates.
The costumes don't always. I feel like they give them lots of liberty when they do the Disney on Ice costumes.
They haven't put Anxiety in the parks yet. Like,
it's got to be fun. Disney on Ice is a lot of fun. You're right. The kids get so into it. When Elsa appears, it's like a concert. It's like Taylor Swift came on stage. It's so much fun.
I wish I had more time. I would have found my favorite video from when we went because it's building up. It was the Frozen on Ice part, and it was building up, and it was just the Frozen chant, hey, and the big reveal of Elsa coming out. And as I'm zooming in, because I know where she's going to pop out of, a kid in front of me got real excited and threw up his glow wand right into my camera lens. And you literally hear me go, come on, man.
Oh, those darn kids. How dare they? How dare they? All right. I think you have something to play.
See, this is where I lose. This is where I am, Joan Rivers. Here we go. Is it reviews? Reviews, wow. Right?
Yeah.
And I've had my share of bad reviews. I still remember my first good one, though. Everything else in this production of Our Town was simply terrible. Joey Tribbiani was abysmal.
And speaking of abysmal, one thing that is most definitely not abysmal is Thunderbolts, the latest film from the Marvel Cinematic Universe. I actually saw this with Benji last night. Benji has our official review on Laughing Place that I will excerpt right here, and then I'll give you a live review from my point of view. So Benji, Subhead, standout performances from Florence Pugh and Louis Pullman also elevate Marvel's latest. His penultimate paragraph, which gives a better idea of his summation. Let me be clear. This is not your typical MCU film. We are introduced to characters who end up in a major CGI battle at the end of the film. While I don't want to spoil it, Thunderbolts is something new while still feeling like part of the MCU. Those that feel Marvel has become stale and full of retreads will be happily surprised. Paired with the marketing of the Fantastic Four first steps, it feels like Marvel has committed themselves to delivering something with their upcoming releases. That is Benjamin Breitbart's review. He's very positive. Doobie Mosley's live review. I am one of those people who feel that Marvel has become stale and full of retreads. So I was really not too much looking forward to this movie, and I was so pleasantly surprised. This movie is great. This could conceivably be my favorite Marvel movie, certainly my favorite standalone movie. It's kind of hard to compare one of these to like Avengers Endgame or something. But
what is Julia Louis-Dreyfus's character name in the movie?
Oh, it's hilarious. I'm terrible with names, but Va Viva, something, does something, and don't leave out the duh because she gets offended. It's, I don't know.
Does she dance at all?
No.
Oh, okay.
But this movie is fantastic. If you are burnt out on Marvel like I was, give it another shot with this one. It is not a comedy in the sense of like Ant-Man, but it's got a lot of very funny moments and a lot of great characters. It's nice to see a bunch of new faces. It's not the mega stars that the historical Marvel people have become now. In the end, some kids. We've got Wyatt Russell in there, Kurt Russell's son, and then we've got Lewis Pullman, who's Bill Pullman's son. So what's so funny?
Okay. Tangent off the rails. Sorry.
That's fine.
Across the street from our apartment is one of those discount tourist stores in Orlando, and they have one of the flailing inflatable tube beds, and it says "open" on the torso. But when it's blowing up, it just goes Nepo, which is open backwards. So as soon as you said we got some kids, Kurt Russell's son, Bill Pullman, I just heard Nepo, and
that's pretty funny. But they earned their spots here. They both do great in this show, and it's just a great movie. Can't recommend it enough, especially if you are a former Marvel fan who's grown a little tired. Time to come on back. This one's great.
And the rest.
All right.
I did it.
And speaking of formal great, that didn't work. Speaking of nothing, Paper Mill Playhouse will be showing their The Little Mermaid. They're going to be showing that May 20. Not showing. It's a Broadway. It's live. What do you say? What do you say when
performing?
Performing. Thank you very much. They're not just pressing a button. They will be performing The Little Mermaid May 29th through June 29th at the Millburn. Nope, at the Paper Mill Playhouse, which is in Millburn, New Jersey. Kyle does a much better job of not laughing at me. The official opening night being on June 1st. So among the cast are Hilary Fisher as Ariel, Haven Burton as Ursula, Mark Doyle as Prince Eric, Taylor Parker as Sebastian. I'm sure those names mean something to somebody, but I am not that somebody.
That's a song. Are you that somebody? Where's Kyle for that one? Jumping over here to the world of Star Wars, and theatrical releases have come full circle. Remember the Disney Vault, when every 8 or 9 years something would just come back into the theater or home release, more so before home releases were even a thing. That was how only people could see the movies again. Well, it seems theatrical is coming full circle again, and the crowds want re-releases instead of remakes and retellings and reimaginings. As Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith, celebrated its anniversary with the theatrical re-release and pulled in, as you would say, Doobie, boffo numbers.
Boffo.
Coming in number 2 domestically with 25.2 million and then 42.2 million globally, making it the second largest re-release since the Star Wars A New Hope Special Edition in 1997.
That is some huge numbers for a movie sitting on the shelf. Have I mentioned that I got to hang out, as in say hello in the airport to Hayden Christensen?
I thought it was on the airplane.
No, we were on the same plane, but I actually talked to him before he got on the plane.
Got it.
So,
see, I would have been on the airplane because that's a captive audience. Like, you can't.
You get on the airplane, some people go left, some people go right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there was no captive audience. We were not in the same section of the airport.
That just tells me one thing about you, Doobie, because I go in the same door with everybody because the planes I'm on are usually smaller and not these fancy big ones that have multiple class sections. They're just getting the bus.
It's the same door, but you board behind first class. So he turned left to go to first class. I turned right to go with the cattle. Benji was hanging with him. But
I always go past the cockpit and into my seat because there's no other zones. It's just get on. The seats are plastic.
But it was cute because you could get on, and he was, he first class boards first, but he was sitting backwards in his chair, looking over like he was talking to someone in the row behind him, so everyone could see him who boarded because he was right there facing you. He was very nice though in the airport. He was stopping for selfies with lots of people, even though he had a security guy with him that clearly could have prevented that if he wanted them to. So.
Nice. Because that was in Japan, right? So everybody was kind of probably on their way back from said events in Japan on a domestic
everyone on that
international
plane,
US.
Everyone on that plane was a Star Wars Celebration. Sure.
That could be a fun flight. Anyway. So they turned their trolley off too?
Yeah. They're Toontown. It's weird going into Toontown, not going down a big hill first. You just kind of.
Isn't it mirrored also?
Yes, it is definitely mirrored. And the parade goes through it. All right. We are around LP, and that is because Marshall Knight, quickly becoming one of my favorite contributors here at Laughing Place, got to go to see the D23 Goes to the World's Fair event up at Flushing Meadows, the home of the World Fair. He has a great report on it, including just a really nice tour of the World's Fair Museum up there, which was kind of the purpose for the visit. So if you are curious of what that museum is like and want to see some great pictures, including some nice pictures of the models they have up there, which this is like my favorite part. Go check this. These models now make me want to go to this museum. Go check out that article around LP.
That'd be fun to see, just to kind of put where everything was.
Exactly. That's what models do.
Yep.
And speaking of
the fun stuff.
And speaking of Thunderbolts, which we were a while ago.
I jumped the gun, sorry.
No, you didn't at all. Thunderbolts asterisk. I love the asterisk. That is so
Do we know why?
You will by the end of the movie.
Okay.
As Benji pointed out, and I'm going to give this advice, if you are interested in this movie, go see it opening weekend. There are some spoilers that are you would rather not have spoiled. They're not like so major that everyone's going to keep them quiet, but you would rather discover them on your own than read about them. So please go see this opening weekend if you're at all interested. And the asterisk is a great example. All right. Anyway, you may have seen the Wheaties standees in theaters. We have a picture of those. Yeah, we do. In theaters leading up to the release of this movie. Well, Wheaties has decided to do a special edition cereal box for this. To be abundantly clear, no actual Wheaties are inside the box. It's strictly a collector's item. There are 1,000 of them. It's only $20, Tony. $20 plus $13 shipping. So $33 after shipping. This is available on April 30th after 8 a.m. Pacific time on Wheaties' official website. And you can go get your own collector's box of Wheaties. I don't know if it opens, if you could like add another Wheaties inside of there so you could actually use it. I'm not sure. I'd be curious. See, I have the word hold there. That means we're not doing that today.
Oh, I didn't see that. Sorry.
That's all right.
So the next thing?
Da-da-da-da-da-da. All right, this is the portion of the show we see just how smart Tony is by asking him what happened.
Not very, because I can't read the word hold.
That's okay. On this day in Disney history, we're going to whip through these because Doobie's on a time constraint. But I know Tony. Tony is not only smart, he knows his Disney history, and he has a good memory. So I expect him to do very well today.
Two of those things are correct.
This first one I'm just going to say because I found it interesting. In 1939, the premiere run of Snow White comes to a close when Disney pulls it off the market. It's been in theaters since December 1937. It was a different time. All right, on this day in 1958,
no Disney Plus.
An actress was born. Speaking of the vault, Snow White, not this actress. An actress was born in 1958. She was in Ant-Man and the Wasp. She was in Avengers Endgame. She was in Maleficent, Mistress of Evil.
Michelle Pfeiffer?
Very good. I knew you would know that. Very good. Michelle Pfeiffer. Happy long time ago birthday to Michelle Pfeiffer. On this day in 1983, a movie came out. I will give you a limerick for this movie. You will guess it. In a town where the shadows would creep, a carnival brought nightmares to sleep. With a wish and a cost, all their innocence lost as the darkness began to run deep.
Big Top Pee-wee.
I'm laughing because I know you know it, so that really caught me off guard.
No, so say it again. Sorry.
In a town where the shadows would creep, A carnival brought nightmares to sleep. With the wish and a cost, all their innocence lost as the darkness began to run deep. I am shocked.
I
really thought you were going to cut me off with the answer on this.
Dumbo?
One. Yeah, no. 1983. Come on.
Oh, 83? Okay.
Speaking of Dumbo, 1983 Dumbo.
Yeah, sorry. I missed the 83 part then.
Fred Ramirez is going to get it.
Probably. 83 Carnival. I made the joke, Big Top Pee Wee, but now I'm like, are you sure it's not Big Top Pee Wee?
Oh my goodness.
I have no. Give me another hint.
I have no more hints.
1983 Disney movie.
Fred Ramirez doesn't know either. I am shocked on this, I must say.
Just throw it out there.
Well, now I'm going to put a picture up from it and see if you even heard of this movie. Are you familiar with this film?
No.
All right.
I love Alan Rickman, though. I should know.
I don't believe that. It is Something Wicked This Way Comes.
Oh, I haven't seen that yet, but I've heard Ariana Grande is great.
In 1994, whoever is on Twitter nailed this one. Way to go. On this day in 1994, a motel opened at Walt Disney World.
Based on that, All-Star Sports or All-Star Music? Or
It
both?
was All-Star
Okay.
Sports. All-Star
Okay.
Sports. Jonathan Pryce, who I guess is a doppelganger for Alan Rickman. On this day, also on the same day that All-Star Sports opened, was the first time this festival was held.
Flower and Garden.
Very good. You are 3 for 4. Let's see if you can go 80%. Final one. On this day in 2001, an attraction closed permanently at the Magic Kingdom.
2001.
2001.
It closed. Didn't go seasonal.
It closed is what I am reading. And it has not run since. It may have been said to be seasonal, but it didn't reopen.
Legend of the Lion King.
No. Good guess. Good guess.
Give me the land.
Frontier.
The
Say it.
The keel boats.
Yes.
Okay. I thought that was late 90s, but okay.
It closed in 97 at Disneyland.
Okay.
I will always remember that because I was at Disney World and they had a keelboat accident and it never reopened after that. So that's it, Tony. We are finished in time. Thank you for joining us, everyone. Jeff and Tony, it's the first time we've done the show together.
Is it? I've done it with Kyle so many times. I thought we had done it a couple times
I don't
too.
think we've done it together at all. So
okay. I enjoyed it. Did you enjoy it?
I had a great time. I hope we get to do it again sometime.
Hooray, I'm not Joan Rivers.
We will be back. I expect to be back with Kyle tomorrow. So please tune in. Today at 4 p.m. Pacific, we've got Barely Necessities, the Disney Merchandise Show. And then at 7:30 p.m. Pacific, we've got the return of Disney Trivia Live, the show I do with my son.
That you couldn't remember the name of.
I couldn't remember the name of. So that's it. We'll be better. Bye, everybody.
Bye, guys.